if you want to. Or it's, I think 60 SP is a vote, so that's a few hours of watching stream at 1 SP per 5 minutes watched. All right, here we go. Human resource. It's a bit louder than fall. Let me turn it down just a teensy bit. I'm sure you guys can still hear me okay. If the volume's an issue, let me know. Select your employee ID. This is the one that I started a few minutes ago. Go ahead and delete it. Let's go with this one. Here's your badge. The voice sound effect reminds me of like Animal Crossing. Let's see if I can get into a... Yeah, the art style in this game is pretty cool. Welcome to your first day. You look like an excellent instruction follower. First shall appear over there on the right side in a moment. Remember, you can always ask me for help. Alright, so I drag commands into the area on the right to build a program. Your worker should tell... your program tells the worker to grab each thing from the inbox and drop it in the outbox. So I want to grab the thing on the left, and then I want to put it on the right. But we're not done. We can step back and debug our program, or we can start over from scratch. The problem is that we only told them to take one thing and put it out, so we're going to tell them to do it 3 times. I bet after this it's going to teach us loops. Yeah. In to out. I assume this game is available on mobile. It looks like it has a pretty mobile-friendly interface. It's mostly just using the mouse. Yeah, you can see the design space in it already, Yukipo. If you've never programmed before, or even if you have some background, this might be a fun game to check out. It's definitely one that I'd want to show to like my nephew Jaden, to our kids one day if we have them. We'll see how much further it goes. You're 2 in the mailroom. All right. Made it this far. Congratulations on your promotion. Most people stress out and quit before making it this far. Okay. Here's your new assignment. Grab each thing from the inbox and drop it into the outbox. We've got a new command. Drag jumps arrow to jump to different lines in the... Okay, so this is loop. So now instead of having to do in, out, like however many times there are, there's like 7 things. We're just going to do inbox, outbox, jump. And we're going to have it loop. So now it says, start from the beginning, inbox, outbox, jump back to the beginning, keep doing that until you run out of things. Hit play. Can I speed it up? Okay, I can slide that to move faster. Yeah, I like how it shows you all the steps as it goes, too. And that's a basic loop. You call it a for loop, where the for is assumed based on the number of objects that you have to sort on the left side. Yeah, do the conditional statements, program your characters in 12 with the gambits, I agree. Inbox conveyor system is broken. That doesn't mean we get to take a break from work. Ignore the inbox and just send the following 3 letters to the outbox. BUG. Facilities management has placed some items over there on the carpet for you. If only there were a way you could pick them up. What does copy from do? Walk to a specific tile on the floor and pick up a copy of whatever is there. So we're going to copy from space number 4. We're going to get a B. Put that in the outbox. We'll copy from 0 for a G, put that in the outbox. We'll copy from space 3 and put that in the outbox, and that should be the full program, I think. Oh, I misplaced one of these outboxes. There we go. Cool. This is a programming game called Human Resource Machine. Run by one of our subscribers, AMA4483. I'll type the title in chat. It's pretty cool. I like it so far. I can see the design space of where they're going to make these puzzles pretty tricky in the future, right? Conveyor system is fixed and just in time for you to get to work. Oh, okay. I think I already get it. This is really clever. What they're doing is they're introducing the concept of memory, or like having a variable that you set in memory. So we're treating the carpet as memory here. we can take things and temporarily put them on the carpet and then use that later to perform actions on it. That's why we've got 0, 1, and 2 on the bottom. I guess copy 2 does what copy from said. Yeah, this is on Steam. It's pretty cheap. It was on sale for Black Friday. It'll probably go on sale again for the winter Steam sale. Copy whatever you're currently holding to a specific tile on the floor. Okay. So the instruction says grab the first 2 things from the inbox and drop them into the outbox in the reverse order. Repeat until the inbox is empty. All right. Well, to do that, we're going to need to use memory. So we're going to take, let's see, inbox, copy to, let's go with space 0. So we're going to take the first thing out of the inbox, we're going to put it in space 0, and then we need to put them in the outbox in reverse order. So we don't need to bother with memory for the second item. We can just take the second item from the inbox, put it in the outbox. Then we can take the thing that's in spot 0, right, and put that in the outbox. And I think that we can just loop this and we'll solve the puzzle. I'll let this one go slowly so I can see if there's a mistake. Let's watch it. He takes 3, he puts it on the carpet, gets rid of it, takes 5, puts it in the outbox, grabs the thing from the carpet, puts it in the outbox, grabs the next thing, puts it on the carpet, grabs J, throws, okay, I think this is going to solve it correctly. And loop means, the jump command means we don't have to do it many, many, many times. We can just put in these commands once. Yeah, exactly. The carpet is RAM, and the inbox, outbox is the processor. This is a really cool game. Coffee time. Yeah, I'm guessing this is on mobile. This seems like this could work on as an iPad game, you know?
To work, everyone.
Yeah, so that little scene was kind of like a Pac-Man style cutscene when you get to a certain level. Welcome back, Marlesius.
Continue to experience power failure. Local authorities are investigating.
Yep, it's on Android and iOS. This would be a fun one to have on your phone. Exactly, Dauber. Yeah, I'm curious to see where the puzzles go from here, but it's gonna get pretty crazy. Rainy summer. Have you seen any of this yet?
No, I heard the carpet's RAM.
Carpet is basically memory.
Okay.
Ugh. Welcome to my personal rain cloud. It's never very good.
Seems like it's like the snowflake frozen thing.
Follow up, Bunga. Good to have you. Don't actually need to know much about math to complete this assignment. It's okay. For each 2 things in the inbox, add them together and put the result in the outbox. You got a new command. It adds the contents of a tile on the floor to whatever value you're currently holding. Okay.
I like that it gives you this nice, calm music.
Yeah.
I feel like you could go about it another way, where you give it like this, we're all gonna die, and you have to like listen to this spy music so you feel like a bomb diffuser.
Yeah, they just kind of keep it chill. So we're going to take the thing from the inbox, we're going to copy it to the carpet, so we're going to put it in space 0, that seems fine. And then we're going to take another thing from the inbox, we're going to add whatever we're holding to what's on the carpet, and then we're going to put that result in the outbox. And then I think that's the whole thing, I'm just going to loop it from there. Well, let's watch him slowly do it. He takes 5, puts it on the carpet, takes 5, adds those together, makes 10, puts it in the outbox. Nice. Takes 6, throws it on the carpet, gets rid of it. Takes 4, adds it to make 10, throws in the outbox. I think we got it.
That's very efficient, actually.
Yeah, that would be part of it.
They gave you 3 bits of RAM there, but you didn't need them.
And you could do a solution here where you use all of the RAM unnecessarily, or you could do a solution where you don't use a loop and you make a really, really long program. So I hope the game like tells you, yeah, you did that right, but you could have done it more efficiently.
Do like a time trial or
yeah, this is basically teaching you programming.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what other like
I had a colleague tell me about this game. And so instead of playing it myself, I had him do it.
0 Exterminator. Oh, I have an idea what this might be. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or 10 years? Note from your other boss that says, from this point on, your performance will be evaluated with extra scrutiny. What a treat. Send all things that are not 0 to the outbox. This is really important in actual programming because you don't want to have a 0 show up in your denominator, right?
It's
so you
true.
need to have some kind of if statement in place that catches a 0
in
and
your
gives
denominator.
an exception.
Fucking shit up.
send all things that are not 0 to the outbox. It doesn't matter what arrow it is, but we've got jump if 0 here. So we want to have, let's see. Jump if
You could
0.
put like your optimization in the last one.
If 0, we want to just copy it too, right? I guess we don't want to do anything. I don't think we have a way to destroy it, but we can put it in memory to...
Oh, hope you
forget
don't run
about
out of
it.
memory.
Copy to 0. Yeah, well, we can just keep using space 0 to copy
Oh wait,
it
wait.
there.
What if you just start like adding them all in the 0 space, so then you don't have to keep using.
Well,
all
when you
memory?
add it to what you're currently holding.
No, but
then
like
you'd
do
have to
like
copy
what you
that
did
down.
where you were adding them in the carpet, but then don't bring it to the outbox.
He has to do something with whatever he's currently holding, so he has to like put it in the carpet or do something else with it.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I'm telling
Oh, I
you,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, fine.
But I don't need to use the whole carpet. There's way more memory here than we need to solve this. Because like I can just keep using space 0 and keep copying a 0 to it over and over and over, writing with a 0. Who cares? As long as it's not making us do anything. I'm also going to have a jump after this happens to make us like start the program over again. Otherwise, it's just as soon as it hits a 0.
Okay,
it's
so
gonna
they
stop.
add it and you put it in 1, and then you add them again and you put it in. Oh wait, no.
Here, we'll do it. We're gonna do inbox, outbox. This needs to go here. I think this is the solution. That if it's 0, we copy to 0. Let's see what happens when we
Wait,
play.
no, because now you're gonna put everything in the outbox.
8 to out.
You don't want that.
Can't jump if 0 with empty hands. Oh, okay. We still have to grab something from the inbox. Sure. So we want the jump if 0 to be here. And then I think we've got an extra inbox now. So can we delete this? Okay. Let's try it again. 4 goes in the outbox.
This is also teaching how to program with like Python.
I like that it lets you like step back through your mistakes until you figure out the correct solution. So maybe I think we probably need a jump here too. And go back to the beginning.
You have an else?
Not yet. I'm sure we'll get one eventually. All right, so put it out there. Go back to the beginning. Grab the 0. If it's 0, throw it in the carpet. Cool. Done. Grab the
Wait,
E,
but it just
throw
destroyed
out.
it.
That's fine. We don't need it. We don't care about the stuff that we're not putting in the outbox.
No, but now you're not using up your memory, so that's good.
Yeah. And then he's just gonna throw out the 0, and then it's GG.
Fuck you, 0.
All right. Woo. That was a cool one. Size challenge. Use 4 or fewer commands. Your current solution uses 6
Ah,
commands.
C#.
23 or fewer
I've never
steps.
used C#.
Oh, I want to try it again. In many cases, it's not possible to optimize both challenges simultaneously with one solution. So you could either do only 6 commands or use fewer steps to try to optimize it. I'm not going to come back to this one. I like want to 100% that challenge and figure out how to do it with 6 commands. But that's cool that they tell you that you didn't do it optimally and you can try it again. Who's this lady? Optional area is for high-performing employees only. 7
You're
years
late.
late.
Sorry.
Want to see 100% performance increase. From this point on, your performance will be evaluated with extra scrutiny.
What a delight.
For each thing in the inbox, triple it and outbox the result. Self-improvement tip. Where are we going with this? Please leave the high-level decisions available. Alright. So we take this, we copy it to memory, we add, but once we add it, the thing that's on the ground is gone, I think, right? Well, let's just do
Is
it
it?
to find out. I'm not 100% sure. This is gonna fail, but I'm just curious to see what happens here. No, it looks like we copy it. All right, perfect. And then we just do outbox and then loop, I think. Loop. Incredible
1,
Machine is like this.
2.
I think that's right. All right, that was not too bad. Okay, I did 6 commands,
Oh, this must be the extra scrutiny.
24 steps. Cool. Does it give you a hint here? Oh, okay. Measures the number of commands your program must execute before it finishes on average. Fewer is better. Interesting. Zero Preservation Initiative. Come to our attention that the Zero advocacy community felt the previous assignment was not inclusive. This time send only the zeros to the outbox. What happens to the other numbers and letters? Just want to get rid of them. So we go inbox. And we don't want to do an outbox.
If zero. If zero. If zero.
I think so.
Right? If zero, outbox.
And just that?
Else. Just
Well, I guess
straight.
the else is...
Oh, can you just do it like that?
I think it's going to fail when it gets one that's not a zero. Ha. Alright. So we need to... No, we need to have a step if it's not zero to tell it what to do. So we go...
Wait, if it's zero, do the outbox.
Do copy to...
Oh, no. Do you have to do the jump again or no?
Oh, you're right. We do need to do that for sure. Oh, he still takes us to the outbox. This one's actually harder than the zero one.
No, do you have to do the jump?
Yeah, I think you're right. Like here, go back and read
No, jump
it.
before the outbox. Before outbox.
Like
The
here?
bottom one. Bring that one up, right? Because you don't want it to...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Then I have to have another jump. Let's see. So this one needs to go here then. And then we need to do one that starts at the beginning too. Let's try that. That might work.
Throw that shit away.
Okay, I think this is the solution. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you have to have a jump that goes back and gets
I
another
remember,
thing.
like, my first programming class, I just did all these things in loops until like learning how to vectorize things is... I feel like I do it in the hard loops first so that I understand what's going on, and then I do something clever if I need to optimize it.
5
Usually
or
I
fewer
don't,
commands, 32 or fewer steps. I think I've got one too many if statements. Excuse me, it gets the job done. It looks like there's little lights next to the
Gets the
command if you
job
attempt
done.
it.
This is why I will never be a programmer.
Well, this is you kind of think about it. This is an issue. Like the way it used to be, you had such limited memory that you had to make it as efficient as humanly possible to take advantage of your resources. But as we get more and more resources, as Moore's law progresses, and our amount of processing power and memory is increased more and more, there's less incentive to make your programs very efficient. So you get what's called software bloat.
Yep.
Where you have things like, Chrome is really great, but if you keep Chrome running for days and days and days, it's taking up so much memory in the background trying to keep track of what tabs you have open. 2 green lights next to each button in the elevator will tell you how you're doing.
Awesome. Is there anything more thrilling in life than self-improvement?
For each thing in the inbox, multiply it by 8 and put the result in the outbox. Using a bunch of add commands is easy, but wasteful. Can you do it using only 3 add commands?
Only 3 add commands.
That's pretty crazy. Well, we gotta grab something from the inbox. So now, let's suppose we've got a 5. We need to turn it into... I guess we could use the memory in some way. I don't know.
Yeah, so add it together once, and then add it together twice, and then add those things together.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we're gonna go copy to 0. And we're gonna do add 0. And then add 0 again, right?
Well, no, all the add commands. No. Now copy to take the thing in 0, copy to 1.
Oh, copy from 0.
I think.
Well, let's watch it in like action here. No, we'll change that to 1. Let's see what happens when we do this. It's gonna fail, but 5. Now we've got a 10. And now we're putting. Oh no, we took it. We have to. We can't do copy from. We have to copy to immediately. That was the problem with that part. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's watch that again. 3. Now we've got a 6 here.
Yeah.
Now 3 times 8 is 24. You could square it. 8 times 3 is 18. No, it's not going to do it. Have room for another add command here. Let's do add. 1 should get us to 12, I think.
Well, now you're working with 5, right?
Oh, hold on. Like it says 20. We need to get it by 8, though.
Double, then double, then double.
That's kind of what I'm doing here.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly,
if we do
man.
copy to 2, right? And then we do add 2. Okay. So 6, 12, 48. Right? And then we do outbox,
Yep.
and then we loop it.
Hey, that's only using 3 add command.
Cool. Let's watch it. Times 8.
Yay! Good
0,
job.
1. Cool. Yeah, you could pick it up and play it. And we got exactly 9 commands. 36 steps? Alright, so that's the most efficient way to solve that one.
Good job.
That's a pretty cool puzzle. Sub-hallway. Subtraction? Never learned that in school, did you? We're a good team. Just now we have subtraction.
Awesome.
Stick on the floor from whatever you're currently holding. The result goes back to the end. For each 2 things in the inbox, first, subtract the first from the second and put the result in the outbox. Then, subtract the second from the first and put the result in the outbox. Okay. So we gotta use more memory in this one.
More memory.
So we're gonna take inbox, we're gonna grab a 2. We're gonna copy, what does sub say again? From whatever you're holding. Yeah, subtracting from is tricky. Subtract the first from the second. So we're gonna put this into memory space 1. And then we're gonna go to the inbox, and we're gonna sub from memory space 1. And then we're gonna go to the outbox. Now we're going to do...
Wait, it says to subtract the first from the second.
Right.
Are you doing it right now, or you're subtracting the second from the first?
Subtract the first from the second. Sub says, subtract the contents of a tile on the floor from what you're holding. So I'm putting 1 on the ground.
Okay.
Right? It sounds right?
Yeah. Sub works.
Now, finding a
way.
way, do I just add if I'm doing it the other way? If I'm subtracting the second from the first instead? No, it's not right.
Well, you should copy it. You want to copy the second one
Yeah, I guess I need to copy this
to,
thing. Oops.
and also subtract. So copy the second one to 1.
Yeah. Well, let's watch what it does real quick. This isn't enough to solve the puzzle. So we put 2 in memory space 1, 6 in memory space 1. We get 4, we put that out there. Now we need to go grab 1. So we're going to do copy from 1. And... No. Copy from 0 and sub 1. And then we're going to do... Put that in the outbox. And then we go jump. The whole thing. Let's watch it. That looks right. We do it? So we had to use 2 spaces in memory to make it happen. 10 commands. How about steps? Perfect. That was pretty cool.
Congratulations.
I'm wondering when we get to else statements. Tetracontiplier. What a wonderful feeling when all your work over the last few years comes together and culminates in a well-executed assignment. For each thing in the inbox, multiply by 40 and put the result in the outbox. What does 40? So multiplying by 8 is the same as squaring it, or doubling it twice. 40 is the same as whatting it. It's gonna have to involve doubling in some way, right?
Can you multiply by 10?
No, you can only add and loop.
Can you add a 0 to the end of it?
Well, let's do it mentally with 2 here. So we're gonna take the item we just got, we're gonna copy it to 0. They gave us extra RAM space, so I imagine there's something to do with it. We're gonna add from 0. We're gonna copy to 1. We're gonna add to 1. Copy to 2. add to 2. Sometimes this is how I would figure stuff out in my programming class, or whenever I would dork around. I would like just put something in there and see what the output was, and then reverse engineer it from there.
Yep.
Little bits of bend height. Is it really doubling it 3 times?
Well, that was the 8.
Yeah, but not for 40.
He's right. Yeah, no, not for 40.
But we can look and see what the numbers are, and maybe we can start adding something that we saved in memory before to get 40. So let's just do it. Just to have something here.
Yeah, trial and error.
Trial and error. Now, this is gonna be way too much, but let's watch it slowly while it goes. All right. We take 2. We make 4. We make 8. We make 16. We get 32, and then we would just add 8 at the end. Okay, all right. So I think this is going to be our answer, and we kind of cheated to do it. Brute force. 7. Watch it again here. 14. 28. 112. Let's see. 7 times 40 is 280.
Yeah.
No, that's not right either, is it? We double it, so we have to double it one more time. So I think I deleted a step in error. We have to do one more. Copy to 4, add 4, and then we have to pick an earlier one to finish the program. Let's watch. Five times 40 is 200. Oh wait, I added an extra add 0 here. Try this again. Should be 80 at the end. So we end with 64, but we can get it if we add 3 at the very end. So we're gonna do add 3. Then we outbox, then we loop. Add 4 might be excessive though, like there might be a faster way to do it. Let's watch what happens here though. 6 times 40 is 240.
That's correct.
So we're gonna get 96 plus 48 is 240, and then we turn it in. I think this isn't the most efficient way to do it, but I have an idea of how you would do it more efficiently. This isn't on mobile yet, no? It's a bummer. Alright, let's see what we get. Tetracontiplier, which literally means multiply by 40.
Oh, you use the fewest amount of commands.
6 steps, okay, cool.
Apparently that is.
Rock and roll. Equalization. Sometimes some numbers are bigger than others. Sometimes they're the same.
Alright, if statements!
How can we know?
If statement hype!
Which number are you for the aspirational 0?
Oh, wait, I guess we already did if.
No, we haven't had real if
Oh,
statements.
hello, world! Hello!
You got comments. You can use them to mark sections of your program.
Oh, awesome! That is so important! Oh, I'm so glad they tell you to comment! Comment your shit, man! Not just for your coworkers, but this is for future Marstead, who's trying to revamp this code to grab a piece of it, and you don't remember what you did.
When I googled it, Hapunga, it said that they were working on an Android and iOS release, so... It's probably on tablets, I would guess. Alright, get 2 things from the inbox. If they're equal, put one of them in the outbox. Discard non-equal pairs.
And comment your shit.
Oh, but I have... This is just a comment, right? Doesn't affect your program, makes it easier to read. Yeah, but I don't have if statements right yet.
You have if 0. If they're equal, they subtract to give you 0.
Oh. Fancy.
Mm-hmm. Now, so a trick that, because sometimes it depends if like, if I don't know, if one of them's a float or something and one of them's a double and you subtract them, it might not be identically 0, it might be like 0.000001 because of like stupidness. So the more clever way to do it is to make like the absolute value of the subtraction of things be less than like 0.001 or whatever your tolerance level is.
Alright. So we grab something from the inbox, we put it in 0 on the carpet. We grab another thing from the inbox, we subtract the 2, and then we're gonna say, if it's 0, we're gonna go to the
since
outbox.
these are integers, you don't have to worry about that.
But if it's not 0, We need to have something else happen. We need to...
Get rid of them.
Just get rid of it.
Throw that out. Throw it out. We don't want it. None of that.
Well, copy to 1 will be our junk. That'll be our junk memory. And then we need to have an if statement here. And we need to have an if statement here.
No, actually, there's a very good reason why there are, like, different kinds of numbers.
Let's watch.
They take up different amounts of memory.
Okay, so 4 minus 2 is -2, so we're gonna drop it and give
But
up.
there are annoying things that are just because it's
4
stupid.
minus 4 is 0.
Yeah, it is.
So we're gonna throw it on the out. Wait. Oh.
Oh, it doesn't
Okay,
want
so
0.
we need to add another step here. We have to add the original number back after we do the compare. That's why you want to comment this, because everybody
Yep.
looks at your code and you're like, what the hell did you do?
Yep.
So I'll add some
Also,
comments in here
name
for
your
fun.
variables nice things.
I wonder if you get to save like subroutines that you've written. Like once we have this,
Oh, that'd
this
be
is
nice.
an if statement basically. It's a shitty if statement,
Yeah.
but it works.
Is equal,
Yeah, we can do that.
which is a command.
So if 0, we have to add 0 back onto it, right? We have to pick this back up so we're not holding a 0 and then we put it in the outbox. So let's throw a comment here. Oh, I have to like,
Yeah.
this is definitely going to be on mobile. You have to like draw on the screen.
Oh.
Uh,
And it's too bad you can't put the comments, like,
I don't think you can
to the
type.
side.
Oops.
That's where I always put my
1 second.
comments.
There we go. Yeah, like over to the right of one of them. Alright, let's hit it. See what happens.
No coders ever name their variables nice things. I try to name my variables nice things.
So 8 is equal to 8.
Hooray!
We get a 0, and because it's 0, now we add 8 back onto it
Yep.
and we throw it in the outbox, and there it goes. So let's speed it up here.
There you go. There's your numbers management.
I don't think we did well enough on the steps though. 9 or fewer commands, yeah, we had 10 commands.
Eh.
I wonder-
Whatever.
I
Gets the
feel
job
like
done.
whenever I
Gets the
have to
job
do
done.
nested if statements, that's when I start having a problem with speed. Gets the job done, it's good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
Alright. There's been a change of plans. The accounting department has determined that treating all numbers equally is no longer profitable. Management
Okay.
wants the big numbers only.
Okay.
Grab 2 things. Oh, jump if negative is a new thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
2 things in the inbox and put only the bigger of the 2 in the outbox. If they're equal, just pick either one. Repeat. Jump only if the thing you're holding is negative, less than 0. Otherwise, continue to the next line. Okay. So we need to subtract them to figure out which one's bigger. So we're gonna take. This one's already getting pretty complicated.
You're getting pretty complicated.
So let's grab something from the inbox.
Yep.
Let's copy it to 0.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Grab something from the inbox.
Let's subtract
Subtract.
it from 0. If it's negative, then we know what. If the
If
second
it's negative, the second one's bigger. Wait, which way does the subtraction go again?
it's subtracting from the thing on the carpet. Let's just watch it happen here, just to confirm.
Okay,
that.
and I think
Before it
it's
goes on the
if it's
carpet-
negative, the second one's bigger. Right, so this should be negative.
No, if it's
Oh.
negative, the second one's
Okay.
smaller.
Shit! Damn it! The subtraction is the reverse of what I always think it is. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yes, exactly, Kami. Yeah, you want to do it efficiently, and we have bloat right now because too many developers make bloated software because they can get away with it because they have the resources to do it. It's when you have limitations like that that you can really shine and make something.
Yeah,
extremely
good enough is why most, or maybe I should say many physicists make terrible developers.
Okay, so we put 2 on the ground. 7 minus 2 is 5, so we want to keep the big one. It's not negative. But if it is negative, we want to do... What do we want to do? We want to copy 2. I guess we would add back to 0, right? Let me get rid of this jump real quick and make sure that this gets us the original number. So 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. Plus 2 goes back to 7. Okay, that's how we restore our number. But we don't want to always do that. That's only if it was positive.
Oh, hey, Yahan! Yeah, he just finished playing like half an hour ago.
Sorry, Johan. I tried to play it first so that you could have the best timing. I know it's earlier for you. You can check on YouTube. It should be on there. You can even watch it right now with the live rewind. If you want to talk about it with me in chat, just go to youtube.com/Marstead/live.
What'd you think of Fallout?
It was really cool. I was impressed at how polished it actually is and how much from the original Fallout has survived into the Bethesda titles. All right, so we jump if it's negative. So we do 4 goes on the ground, 5 minus 4 is 1. That's not negative, so we add it back onto it to get the number we started with, and then we put that in the outbox. But if it was negative, what would we do? Say that it was 5 and 4.
And you would want the second number.
Yeah, so I have to copy from 0, copy to 1. Or no, I guess I could just copy, can I? I guess we just copy from 0
from 0 and then outbox it?
Yeah, I think that's it. We need to have a loop here. We need to have a loop here, and I think that might be this. See what happens. Yeah, actually, Andrea has a Universe Sandbox presentation in her public lecture. So, there we go. I think that's still right. These are going to be the same, but it's not going to matter, right?
No.
Yep, we still get 6. Okay.
Alright, let's see if we get the 4 now.
Yeah, this is going to be the trial moment of truth.
Ta-da!
I think that's right. Cool. I think we're still going to have an extra if statement in there. So say we have 11, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Figure out
playing
where it
Universe
wants to
Sandbox and just being like,
zero
what if Jupiter was like 20% larger? I don't even really need to do big changes.
Oh, so we got the speed challenge, but not the size challenge. Interesting. It's interesting that sometimes they're in competition with each other. Employee morale insertion.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service.
Ooh, so interesting.
Universe Sandbox is pretty cool. I'd see if you can pick it up on sale.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city.
Shit.
The machines are not moving,
Oh.
and they are not communicating. Local
Okay.
authorities are investigating.
This is supposed to improve morale?
Well, I mean, them talking was morale improvement out there. Absolute positivity.
Alright.
Positive attitudes were determined to increase productivity, and now they're therefore mandatory.
Hooray!
Alright, send each thing from the inbox to the outbox, but
What?
if a number is negative, first remove its negative sign.
Okay.
So we don't have a way to make absolute value, but we can figure
No, that's
it out.
easy. You just multiply it by itself.
Yeah.
If it's
we
negative.
can't multiply it by itself.
Oh, motherfucker.
Also, multiply by -1, you mean?
Well, just the roll. Oh, yeah, you're
We
right.
can't put
-1.
-1 on the ground either, so, but there's a way to do this.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna take 7 from the inbox, and then we have to decide if it's negative. Well, I guess we just go outbox if it's not negative. If it is negative, we put an if statement here, and we have to do something to make it not negative. We just
Add it to itself twice? Or no, subtract it from itself and then subtract it from itself twice.
either it does the same thing, doesn't it? Or wait,
Well, no.
wait,
If you subtract -2, it's adding 2, right?
yeah.
So -2 minus -2
Is
minus
0.
-2 is 2.
Okay. Yep, I'm with you. Sure. So we're gonna copy to 0. We're gonna subtract from 0, subtract from 0,
And then outbox.
and then outbox, and then jump. Now I'm not gonna add a second jump here. I'm gonna see what he does. If he still attempts this. Yeah, he still does this, I think. We'll see.
Great. What? Cannot copy.
Yeah, I need to have another jump statement, because I need to get out of it if it wasn't negative.
Go back to the beginning.
Go back to the beginning, exactly. Let's try it again.
Right, yeah, exactly. Addition, subtraction. Same thing.
So we got
Hooray!
0 minus 9.
Hooray!
Perfect.
Two sides of the same coin. Screw you, negative numbers.
Cool. Absolute positivity. How we do on size? Not so great. I always keep having an extra if statement, so I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong with loops.
You got the
right
speed.
now. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with loops.
You'd rather have the size challenge than the speed challenge?
There's all kinds of innuendo in there.
Yes.
Always felt most comfortable with nice, cold, logical decisions.
Alright, cold, logical decisions.
For each 2 things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign, both positive or negative. Send a 1 to the outbox if their signs are different. That's pretty crazy. Okay.
Oh man, good luck with this.
Okay. This game's pretty cool, Dieter. Alright, so we're gonna grab something from the inbox. And I think we have to put it to memory, right?
Well, how are you gonna check if they have the
check if it's
same
negative.
sign?
Well, we can have multiple if statements, right?
Right,
So we can
there's
have
an
one
if
that's
negative
negative, one that's negative that are back to back. So we do inbox, jump if negative. We can just get rid of it at that point.
Wait, what? No, if they are both negative, you want to send a 0.
Yeah, but we can just get rid of the item we were holding. It's fine. So we do inbox, jump if negative, inbox again, jump if negative, and then we do copy from 0. Oh wait, does this really work? Because we have to see if their signs are the same. Because I guess it matters which one is negative at the beginning, right?
Yeah, so if it's negative, grab from the inbox, and then if that's also negative, then put out a 0. But if it's not also negative, then put out a 1. And then if you grabbed it from the inbox and it wasn't negative, grab it from the inbox again, and if it also isn't negative, give it a 0. And if it, yeah?
So you're saying copy from 0, and then we're gonna do
No, you need to inbox. No.
So I need another jump if.
You need a jump if 0 before the first inbox, and then another jump if 0 after the second inbox.
Or not 0, negative.
Yeah.
Right. So we get a copy 0 here, inbox. This is the.
Yeah. Now do another jump if negative.
Hold on. Right. Okay, so we don't want the copy from yet. So we put another jump if negative here.
Bye, Chaos.
See you later, Chaos. Thanks for hanging out. Happy flight. All right. So let's talk this out. So we take the -4. It is negative.
Yep.
So we jump down here, and we got to add some more shit here.
We need to add another inbox because
Yep.
we need to grab the second number.
And if it's negative,
Yep. Then
we don't need this inbox anymore. Now
That's
we're just.
correct.
If it's also negative, then we just take it out.
Well, you want to copy from 4 because I think you want to output a 0.
Oh, right, because we want to do a 0. Sure. We copy from 0.
Copy
and
from
put it in the
4.
outputs.
Copy from 4. 4 is where the zeros are. The zeros are in 4. Know what I mean?
Okay, sure. Yep. Okay. All right. This is the trickiest one so far. So we get something from the box.
Yeah, there's
If
4
it's
different
negative,
conditions.
we go down here. We get another thing from the box. If it's also negative, then great. We copy from 4 and we.
Copy that, Diedrich. Oh no, Fallout's all blurry in YouTube.
It's a bummer, Yahan. I'm sorry. You might be able to upgrade the quality in the corner, but yeah, check it tomorrow. Nothing else. Talk about it. Okay, so that's one path. The next path we want to do is what if they don't match. So if we get a negative number, we go here. We get a number and it's not negative, and we need to have something that happens. Oh, I guess we just if it's not.
Then you want a 1.
Do copy from 5.
An outbox.
Box. But if it was negative, we got here, and then we copy from 4. But we still have to figure out what the hell. Let me get rid of the shit on the bottom. This is big. It's not good.
Hi, Ben. He's so mopey.
It's not negative. It's both positive. So we go inbox. It's positive. Inbox. It's positive.
Yep.
And we copy from 4.
0, 4.
The outbox. Right. So we've done now. First one's positive, second one's positive, 0.
Oh, the Twitch VOD's already saved. Thanks, Fikey.
Cool.
Apparently.
First one's negative. That's interesting. It usually doesn't save it, like, unless if I stop the stream. Maybe they changed something. Anyway, just start from the inbox. If it's negative, go here. If this one's also negative, go here. Otherwise, switch it. But if it's positive, inbox... Okay, we need to have another negative here. Jump if negative. Let's go to the end of this guy. We're gonna do copy from 5 upbox.
Right, when I'm working on writing a script to do some calculation that I don't want to do, or that has to loop, this is basically my day, is doing this kind of thing.
Whenever there's an outbox, we have to have a jump back to the beginning, I think. Right?
What?
Whenever there's an outbox, we have to go back, we have to jump back to the beginning.
Oh, this is correct.
Okay. This is so complex now. This is like, I'm gonna get the size penalty
And
the
yet
steps
all
penalty.
you're doing is seeing if they're both positive or both negative.
Yeah. If you ever look up how sorting works, like look up a bubble sort and different kind of sorting algorithms, there's an image or GIF you can find that's pretty crazy that explains it. You think that sorting is simple, and it's not. Like it's so hard. Like the computer has to compare all the values to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Some ways
You
to
could
do
get
it that are
better.
more efficient than others. Hi Tamara, how you doing? Let's try it again.
What's Little Inferno?
I haven't played Little Inferno.
Alright, now this should be a 1. Awesome.
Cool.
Alright.
Use
Should
one
be a 0.
0.
Hey.
It's a mess over on the right with all the
God,
jumps,
man,
though.
look at those loops.
Ugh.
Screw
Disgusting, disgusting code.
That is very
But it got
messy.
the job done. It's good enough.
Good enough. Wait, side challenge?
Ooh.
You can do it in 12. Ah, nice.
So I have 10 too many loops.
Well, but your
the
speed is
speed's
good.
Yeah.
You know, speed is important.
Little Inferno. Let me write that down. What kind of a game is it? Yeah, you're not the first person to mention that. Alright, that one was pretty crazy.
Hey, you got the speed. That's awesome. That's something.
Sabbatical Beach Paradise.
All right, sabbatical.
The ones on the left are usually harder, so I think that kids are expected to stick to the right path and learn everything and then maybe do the challenging ones later.
Are you doing the challenging ones?
Yeah, I'm doing the challenging ones.
Right on.
Cool. I love puzzle games.
It's a story-driven puzzle game.
So what's really important about this, and it's actually relevant to other game design. You know how I talk about how sometimes you'll be playing a video game like Twilight Princess, and while you're in the dungeon, you have to deal with some enemies that are kind of a pain in the ass to kill. But halfway through the dungeon, you get the item for the dungeon. You get like the ball and chain that lets you one-shot those enemies, so there's not a problem anymore. That's what this is like, where they teach you, let's teach you the bullshit, hard, pain in the ass way to do it. And now that you've had to struggle with that, let's give you the quick tool that makes it super easy.
Yep.
Then you appreciate that tool, you know what's actually going on behind the scenes, where if you do it the other order, where you give them the cool tool and then you take it away, they're not going to appreciate it as much.
Nope. It's gonna be this magical black box.
Speed challenge is the participation ribbon. Time keeps ticking down, let's get to work. Love what you tell me.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
It was really, really good, Yahan. Like, I liked how much detail there is. You can click on everything, interact with everything. I like the character creation process. I like how brutal it is, where you can just die immediately when you step out of the vault if you get an unlucky random encounter. We did some cool stuff. We busted the Gizmo guy. Got some extra experience. We got to level 2. I like the exploration. It's a game I'd love to play and beat on stream eventually. Okay, so what do you got now? For each number in the inbox, send that number to the outbox, followed by all numbers down to or up to 0. It's a countdown. Oh, this is a sort? Oh. you got
No.
new
It's like
commands.
send 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then
Oh,
do it again.
I see. Count to 0. You got new commands. They add 1 or subtract 1 from an item on the floor. The result is given back to you, and for your convenience, also written right back to the floor. Well, okay. So we can do You do inbox, you take a 9.
Apparently I'm your platonic best friend.
This is my wife, Andrea.
Hello.
She's
This is my
actually
game.
a subscriber who asked for this game. Having not seen it before.
As a colleague tell me about it, and I didn't want to play it.
Why not?
It's too close to work.
I'm having a blast playing
I know
this game.
you
This
are.
game's awesome. Alright, so
I
let's
like watching
do
you play it.
copy from... Wait, so once we get it, we have to determine if it's negative or not. So we're going to go down. And then we're going to do what? We have to have jump
If
to
it's
0,
negative,
0.
then you want to bump up.
Well, let's forget the negative for now. Let's
All right. If it's positive, you want to bump down.
bump down.
But I think you want to output that number. So you don't want to bump. You want to output it. You want to copy it and output it, and then bump it,
Sure.
and then copy it and output it and bump it again, and keep bumping it until it's 0.
So the negative jump could happen right now. This one, there's a lot of optimization involved in it, I think. So let's do bump from 0. And do we have to output the first command? Send that number to the outbox. Okay, so we have to send it no matter what, right? Do we still hold it after? Let me see what happens
Yeah,
here.
where my programmer's
We
at.
put it in the outbox. Do we still have a 9? No, we don't. Oh, I guess we
management's
kind
so
of do. Hold
picky.
on. This is a programming game.
2. Yeah, now bump it down
That's a puzzle.
and bring it over there.
Yeah, but I gotta have a jump of 0 sooner than this. So if it's 0, then we outbox it. And then we go back to the beginning.
Dude, they should make a version of this game that you could use in a classroom where it records if you completed something or not, or what your solution was. I don't know how you could like do this as online homework and actually check that the kids did it and were able to find a solution.
Okay, so I think this is gonna work for positive numbers, but not negative numbers, so let's test it out. So we grab a 2, we put it in memory, we output it, we go back to the 2, we subtract it to 1, we take the 1, oh no, what did you do? That's a bad,
He looks so happy. His smile kind of reminds me of Ralph Wiggum for some reason.
I think we do outbox, let's try this again. Okay.
2. There you go, management, take your number.
Alright, 1,
Here you go, management, take your other
outbox,
number. 0.
0,
And then go on to the next one.
Uh-oh,
no,
no,
you
we're in
want to go
trouble.
back.
We
You
gotta
want to
have
go back
another
to inbox. You want to go back to inbox.
I
What
know.
are you doing?
No. So the problem is if it becomes 0 in the second step here, we're in trouble. So we need to have, I think that this outbox needs to be here. And this needs to go away. Let's try it again. Yeah, Yahan, I was talking about that. It's really cool that you can play it like a character with 1 intelligence and that the whole game changes around it. It's very, very, very polished. It feels almost like you're playing a tabletop game in that way. Let's speed this up.
1.
0, and then you should be done, right?
All right, now go back to the
What did
inbox.
you do wrong?
Back
Let's
to
step
the
back and
inbox.
debug.
Management
this
don't want no negative numbers. They ain't got time for that.
Alright, so now it needs to see if it's 0, right?
Yeah. And if it's
Wait,
0,
why is it
go back
bumping?
to
Why is it
inbox.
bumping? No, that's bad. Let's fast forward.
What's your little dude's name?
I don't
Name
know.
him A.
No, I didn't get a chance to name him.
All right, his name is A. Bad
Okay, so now he goes -1. We don't want that. Why is that happening? Is the bump happening before he confirms it's 0? Is that the problem?
A. Yeah, Spiky. I always like things that give you multiple tries on the homework questions. It's like, oh, you do it wrong once, and then they tell you, oh, it's wrong, and then you're like, oh, wait, and you kind of go back and have to fix it. That's learning.
Can't jump if 0 with empty hands.
You don't always have to get it right on the first try.
Maybe I need to use multiple pieces of memory. But when I have it, this is what I had before, right?
Yeah.
I'm always gonna end up with -1 at this rate.
No, at this point, check if it's 0. At every point before you do the outbox, you want to check if it's 0.
You think that's the problem is?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that he gets...
No. Before the outbox, you always want to check if it's 0.
Okay, hold on.
Or no. Right after the outbox. Right after outbox, check if it's 0. And if it's 0, then go to inbox.
Oh, you think
if
that's the problem?
Then go to bump.
So you think you go here? That's all it's gonna need is right there. You can't jump at 0 with empty hands. That's the problem.
Can't.
Okay, hold on. Let's watch. Let's get it down to 0 and see where the problem is. Okay.
Yeah, because if
watch.
it's 0.
So now he gets 1.
All right, we want to output it, but now we want to go to inbox. Oh, which he's doing.
What did I change?
Oh no, I think okay, 8, and then you want 7. No, you
Well,
want to bump up. You want to bump up.
I know, but we couldn't get past the bump down problem first. Let's watch it again and see if it fixes itself. I just want to solve this first step. I don't know, I moved one of the if statements and it fixed it. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. We need to jump if it's negative. So if it starts negative, this whole thing up here, let's put a comment here. It's our comment. Now, negative needs to go right away as soon as we grab it from the inbox. And we're going to do almost exactly the same thing that we have up here. Except we're going to do copy to, let's just do 1 for funsies. And then we're going to have...
No, dig up,
outbox.
stupid.
Bump 1. Jump if 0. Put an outbox here.
Shake harder, boy.
Bump up 1. Yeah, I need to like just completely copy this. So copy to 1, and then there's a jump at the very end, right?
Oh, you want to
After the
copy it, but
final
instead of bump, you down, you bump up.
Basically, yes. So copy to 0, copy to 1.
See now, because whenever I'm coding and anytime I'm like basically copying, I'm like, shit, I should be able to put this in a loop instead of having to copy everything.
Should be another outbox.
There's another
here, right?
clever
So
way to
total
do
of
this,
3
and I'm not doing it,
outboxes.
but I don't care.
Okay. And then after the bump 0, we need to have another loop to go back to the beginning of this. We go jump here, here. Let's watch it. Is that right? No, there's an extra if statement. Where's the extra if statement? No, that's garbage. They got jump negative, copy 1, jump, outbox bump, jump 0, outbox bump, there's the jump that we need. That goes here. Where does this one go? Goes all the way back to the beginning? Oh, that's right. This is wrong. Go all the way back in here. Alright, so where's the missing jump?
This bump, jump,
Bump
jump.
1 should go jump up to copy 1. Jump 1 does what? Back up above the first outbox, right. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. Got Fallout 3 and New Vegas? Nice.
Now, I'd like if there was like a version of this where I could write it in Python instead of in
Let's see, are we gonna get it?
pseudocode.
Damn it! We have the same problem as last time, so what's the difference?
You went too far.
Did we move the jump out? Let's see.
Now you were supposed to dig down. Or wait, no, you were supposed to stop digging up.
Okay.
That's what.
Let's jump if negative. Copy to 0. Alright, let's try to step back through it. I don't want to just do this through brute force.
What's Papyrus? Oh, is that someone from Undertale?
Yes, that's correct.
Not like, I don't know, some sentient version of the
Okay,
font.
let's watch this closely.
Yeah? Okay, sorry.
I think we need a copy from here. Wait. 3 places the 0, we're done. Okay, hold on. 3, 2.
0.
There's the 0.
Yep.
And if it's 0,
Send it and go
box.
back. Hey.
Aw, no! You wanted a -2.
I have.
Oh, you have to inbox again, I think.
I need an extra outbox. Yeah, I need a way to get out of the puzzle. All right, let's start it back at the beginning.
Tries to act cool, ends up being stupid, but still likable. Right on. Wanted a -3.
We need another jump if 0 here, I think. Hold on. I think that's the problem. Jump if 0 should go here. Same here.
I love how, like, I look at this and I'm like, God, I have no idea what's going on there, but he does. In his head.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, he knows all this. Is there a way for you to, like, output what this would be in Python?
I don't know. I don't think so. So what's happening here, guys? At this crazy mesh of bullshit on the right side, it's not at all an efficient program. The problem before is that it was working half the time.
Yep.
It was working if it detected there was a 0 on this, if it was even.
Management just gave you positive numbers and
well,
you're fine.
I needed to correct for the possibility that it would give us an odd number as well as an even number, because I was telling it to subtract twice and only check if it was 0 on the second attempt. So that works fine if it's even.
Yes.
But if it's odd,
right.
then it just keeps subtracting to -1 or to +1. So now there's 2 checks to see if it's 0 after the first and the second subtraction attempt. So let's see if it works.
Why are you subtracting twice and not just... Uh-oh. Got angry.
Alright, hold on. We need to copy from... Do one down here too. Copy from...
Wah.
Oh, why did it send out another 0?
I don't know.
I think the second jump of 0... Let's step this one back.
I feel like you should only need 1 bump minus command.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. I could trash this, but I kind of just want to solve it as it is and move on. Alright, so what do we do here? Go back to the 1. Now it's 0. Alright, let's put another jump here. Just too many of these. Watch it. 2, 1, 0, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Aww.
Oh God. Oh, we were so close.
You were able to do... It's like when I learned juggling. Like, I could do 2 of them in a row and then it just crashes. But you feel like if you can do 2, you should be able to do more than 2.
A box. Okay, hold on. There goes the -1. This is the last one that we're having a problem in, though.
Do you have a loop in the wrong place?
Oh, it's because what happens if it's 0 right at the beginning?
Ah. Yes.
All right, okay. So the very first thing it has to do after it inboxes is we have to have a jump if 0.
0.
So if we start and the very first thing we get is a 0, that's tricky. Then we just outbox it.
And that's why they make sure to give you a 0.
Yeah. Right, Yukupo? This is insane.
Hey!
All right, let's see how horrifically inefficient we were.
Good enough!
10 or fewer commands. You used 27 commands.
Oh.
And it's too complex. All right.
Oh.
That's okay.
It's alright, got the job done.
Good enough. We're happy.
You are on floor 20
Multiplication.
of the corporate ladder.
That was definitely like 10 times harder than anything leading up to
It's
that
like
point.
camping.
But I think a lot of it is just that I got set up in a stupid position. Oh, I see. Now we can label our variables in memory. So we don't have to call it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can call variable 6 hello. Fond memories. We worked so hard back then. Yeah. For each 2 things in the inbox, multiply them and outbox the result. Don't worry about negative numbers. You got labels. They can help you remember the purpose of each tile on the floor. Just tap any tile on the floor to edit. Cool. So I can put a label on each of them. Perfect. So I can name my variables now.
Hooray!
Okay. For each 2 things in the inbox, multiply them and outbox the result.
Which, as you know, multiplication is just a bunch of addition.
Yeah.
Unless it's a negative number. Oh, don't worry about negative numbers now. Oh, that's kind.
It's good.
That's very kind.
Nice, Jahan. Last level was per Windows Vista, exactly, Windows ME. So we grab something from the inbox. We copy it to 0. Let's get rid of this crap for now. We grab the next thing from the inbox, copy it to 1, right? So now we've got 3 and 4. We have to know how many times we have to multiply them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you have 3 and 4, then you need to add 3 together 4 times, or add 4 together 3 times.
Yeah, how do I know to do that though? I don't have multiplication yet. I guess I could use bump. I could use it as a counter until it becomes 0. So I'm basically using bump as a really stupidly complex if statement. Right. So I take the 3, I put it in
3
0.
plus 3, and then you bump 4, and then 3 plus, and then whatever plus 3, and then
As
you
soon
bump
as it
4.
becomes 0.
Well, by 4 I mean 3 at this point.
Yeah,
And then once it's 0, you stop.
So we're gonna do. It's so stupid, but like when the game finally adds if statements later, you're gonna be like, oh, thank God.
You add multiplication later.
I think this is how if statements work on the back end though, is that it has to do this. It has to
Probably.
keep dropping it down and down and down with a counter. All right. So we add 0, and then we bump 1. And then if it's 0, we have to copy from 0 to find out, or copy from 1. And if it's 0, then we outbox and we start over. Right. If it's not 0, then we go back to the beginning.
That last level was pure Windows Vista.
But I still need to find a way to ditch this if it's not 0. So if it's not 0, then I guess we just copy it to 1. Alright, let's watch what happens. Okay, we put our 3 down, we put our 4 down.
Yep.
Oh no, you don't want to add 3 and 4.
That's horrible. That's the
You
worst.
wanna add 3
That's
and
the
3.
worst. I know. Okay, hold on.
That's a bad little worker guy.
Copy from 0. Okay, here we go.
Oh. Did what you did, prove him wrong. Yeah, I've tried to learn juggling. I can't control my throws.
Wait. What the hell are you doing? That's a
I
bad.
don't know, he's doing exactly what you're telling him to do. This is not his fault.
Alright, let's watch it again. Alright, take a 6, put it down. Take a 4, put it down. 6 plus 6 is 12.
No, you want to do 12 plus 6, not 6 plus 6 again.
Oh, I need to use more memory. Okay.
More memory.
Alright, hold on.
Oh, that's why you want the variable. Like sometimes I'll call that like add 2 or
Yeah,
something.
so we'll call this one, we'll do add. This one's counter.
Yeah.
Man, don't snicker at me.
This is count equals C.
Yeah, it sounds like the PC version of Final Fantasy VII is coming out on the PS4 before the remake. Let's do... This is added. Okay. So, we take something from the inbox, we copy it to add, we take something from the inbox, we copy it to count, now we take the thing that's in add, we add to itself.
Yep. And then you want
We
to
need to
put that result in
into
added,
right?
as you're calling it.
Yep. I guess I could call that sum instead.
Yes, I would call that my sum.
Yes.
You know why?
So-
Because sum is already a function. so
sum.
so it
Perfect.
becomes, but you.
So we copy that to sum. We bump the count. Oh, I guess we don't need the copy from. That's excessive. It looks like it already does that. So we add. No, we do need it. We do need it. Oops.
Come here, Ben. Come here.
Ben. Oh my god, Andrew. There we go. I think the news for Final Fantasy VII is that they're releasing the PC version for the PS4. So there's some changes in the PC version that Eidos created years and years ago. Or are you talking about like the PS4 remake? That was announced at E3 a few months ago.
This is the one that doesn't look pretty.
Well, I think he's talking about the non-pretty version being released for PS4. But if he's talking about the remake being released for PS4, that's old news. Okay, so I copy it to added, or copy it to sum, excuse me. I reduce the count. If the count is 0, we go ahead and outbox it. Otherwise, count is 0, then we copy from sum. Yep. We have to do copy from add crap.
Cat hype. Can you show it in action?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stuck. Let's watch it.
All right.
So 6
take
goes
6.
to add.
Yep. We got
2 goes to count.
Uh-huh. Now we
6
add
plus
6
is
together.
12. Put it
Awesome.
in sum.
Cool.
Reduce that to 1.
And now if that's 1, we want to stop. No, you want to... What? No. No. I mean, yes, that's right, but it did it wrong. So, can you do if 1?
No.
Alright, you're gonna have to... Oh, okay, just bump first.
Bump first? Where?
Yeah.
Where am I bumping?
Alright, so right, you enter the loop.
Yep.
Before you add the thing together, bump. Like, right, so instead of doing the bump at the end of the loop, do it at the beginning of the loop. And then your... Before you even...
We gotta count down to 0, not to 1.
And then when you... Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, let's watch it.
Right, yeah, so now we're gonna do 4 times 4, right? 4. Alright, so you're gonna bump. Great. So now we do 4, 4. We've done that once.
Yep.
Bump. And now in theory you actually want to do 4 add and sum, not add and add. But now you've done it
Oh.
twice. Oh, alright, well...
But the problem is it doesn't get added to sum. We just have... We need to get
Yeah, so
sum
you
to
want to
increase.
copy it to add and copy it to sum in your first step.
I see. But only in the first step, right? So I
Yeah,
need to make
only
a
in the
loop?
first step.
No, that sucks. Oh, but like right here.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's try it again. Yes, this is the
And then
endgame
you want to
answer.
add sum and add, not add and add. Alright, so right, we're doing this 4 times, I guess? Once. Twice.
Now, why does it just replace the sum? We don't want to do that.
Because you're adding add and add instead of adding sum and add. So do add and then sum.
Just change that to add sum.
Yeah. Because you're copying from add.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I got you.
Right, great.
Yeah, this game's pretty chill.
Right, so 8. 8 plus 8.
16.
So we've done it once.
Yep.
We've done it twice.
Yep.
It's not 0 yet. That's why we do the bump. Now we're doing it 3 times, and now when we start the loop, oh, we've already done it. We're at 0. We should stop. Oh, doing the bump at the beginning of the loop. Wait, what? All right.
So we did one too many adds.
Damn it.
So we need to have the jump of 0 occur sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So the jump of 0 needs to happen here, I think. Right?
Sure.
Watch it again. Full speed.
24. No, that was 1.
No, it was right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, let's watch it one more time.
5 times 3. Okay.
15. If it's 0, we bail out.
Now, you're gonna have to add something where if the original number is 0... Right, so that now you're in an infinite loop. You need to stop.
Oh.
You're in an infinite loop.
How did that
So
happen?
now you need to add an if statement. If one of your original numbers is 0, then it's just 0.
Okay. If either of the original numbers is 0.
Correct.
Right. Okay, sure. So if we start with 0 here, then we just go to 0. And if we're 0 here, zero.
Yeah, this is good music. Wonder if I can find this soundtrack and just play it when I'm working.
Watch it again.
Ah!
Expected 8. Oh, I think it has to do with because it's always doing 2 in a row, so we can't always jump down to 0. So let's watch it happen in slow motion here. So we're fine up until then. So this is supposed to be doing 5 times 4, and now it's going to do 5 times 0.
So you do it one too many times after a 0?
I think so. I can get rid of one of the jump of zeros. We know if the first one is 0, that's true.
I think you're gonna get into an infinite loop.
You think so?
I think there's a way to get around that. Yeah, you're in an infinite loop.
Oh, I see.
All right,
Okay,
now the
so
way
it's
you
because we
just
need to
switch
get
them. Right, so right now the first one you grab is going into add, and the second one you grab is going into, just switch them. So the first one you grab goes into counts, and the second one you add goes into add and sum.
And that's going to solve it? Oh, I guess that makes sense. I have to redo the whole thing.
No,
though,
no, no.
don't I?
No, no, no. No. I think that's all you have to do.
Think so? All right,
Try it.
We'll try it. That's what you were saying right there, right?
Yeah. Shit. I screwed your whole thing up.
Now I have no idea.
No,
how
no, no.
to
Go back
restore
to.
it.
You can go back to the way it was.
But can I remember how it was?
Yeah. Bring these guys.
Okay. Okay. So let's
Wait,
find
wait.
where
Now
it
what's
dies.
this loop?
This loop?
Yeah.
That's at the end of whenever they copy to counts. And they check to see if it's 0. Oh, I guess we could have
But
another...
you don't need to copy to count each time, right? Oh no, you're right. You do. You need to update it.
Excuse me, Ben. We could have another jump of 0 right here.
Sure.
Yeah, once we get a 0, we just stop, I think is the problem. I think we still need to grab the other item.
Oh yeah, you're right. You
That's
do
what's
still need to
happening.
grab the
We
other
need to
item.
grab the other item. So if it's 0, then
Inbox.
we go inbox and then outbox. Oh wait, no, if it's 0, we need it to go
Outbox
out as 0. Right. So we need to make it 0. So I guess if it's 0, then we have to put it somewhere. So we can call this 0.
Well, they already have a 0.
Too bad.
See? No.
Sure.
Call it my 0. Or 0 without an exclamation.
Oh, I guess there's just a 0 that we can just pick up. Okay. So this is already placed on the floor. We don't have to do any work to make it happen. So we'll do copy from 0 and then outbox. Let's try it again. I think this is it.
Alright, 6 times 4.
They do all their music in-house. That's
7
really
times
impressive.
9. Uh-oh. You put the 7 in the outbox instead of...
Watch this. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, I remember World of Goo.
It's because I've got this copy from thing here. I need to make it bail out before that happens. Where's this one? F0. Dump F0. Yeah, we need to get out of here. It's not 0. All the way back to the beginning. Go here, and let's try it again.
6 times 2.
Expected 0, but you outbox 24. Oh, so we still have to solve for it if the second number is 0.
Uh-huh.
But that's a little bit easier. If the second number is 0...
Output 0.
Yeah, just go straight to the output.
The copy from 0.
No, you don't have to
not
do the copy.
inbox.
If it's 0, we can just do this.
Oh, you're right.
Right? We don't have to add another step.
This is true.
I like how they give you inbox numbers that intentionally screw you up. Let's go back and figure out what happened.
Alright, because you ended up with one rogue loner number.
I keep hitting a problem in the same spot in the logic. Let's go back a little bit further. This one's pretty nasty, actually. You're pretty nasty. Yeah, exactly, Dieter. The inbox are test cases. Yeah, because I could have gotten away with it in that last one by just, oh, it only solves for even numbers, and if it just gave me even numbers, I'd get away with it. Okay, so I think we hit a problem when we get these zeros here, right?
Well, because you want this, so yeah, so you have your 7, and where do you put it? 7 isn't 0, so it goes somewhere, right? Awesome. Awesome. And then this is 0.
And it's 0, so what do we do with it?
I don't know.
We outbox 0, which is correct.
Yep. Alright.
Go back to the beginning.
Yep. And so now this one is going to be 0.
Yep.
Oh, and so when the first one's 0, you want to trash the second one. Are you trashing the second one?
No, I'm not. Why am I not trashing the second one?
I don't know, just inbox and then
I made a
move on
mistake
with your
there.
life.
I don't want this here. This is the evil loop. I don't want this loop at all. I think we can just get rid of it. That might fix it.
Nope.
We needed that loop. There needs to be a loop there.
You can undo, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you see the little undo on the bottom there?
Okay. So this is the
This game
bad
is
jump, because
kind.
now he's outboxing without doing the next one. I think I'm being a little too simple with the first 0 when I grab it. Yeah, exactly, Leon. I'm not reading it in pairs. Okay, here's where we get to the first problem. Let's see if we can slow it down here after this next one. Okay, now we've got 1 times 0.
Yep. And 0, you're just gonna bring it to the outbox here, yeah?
Yep. Everything's fine. Now there's gonna be a problem. So now we're gonna go, and the first thing we get is gonna be a 0.
Yep.
Because it's 0, we outbox it, but then we don't do anything else.
And you want to inbox.
I guess I could just put an inbox here, couldn't I? I need to like have this isolated area that's just, this is what happens if the very first thing you get is a 0. So I think I want to take this jump of 0, and I want to make him stand out from everybody else. If it's 0, then we need to
Inbox.
inbox and then copy from 0,
An outbox.
outbox, and then go back. That's
So many loops.
yeah, right. So ugly. Yeah, it's hard to go back and do the jumps after the fact. An actual if statement will be really nice when we get one eventually.
Hooray!
All right, that one took forever,
Good
and
job.
it was really, really ugly. Spaghetti code is what it's called.
Kind of looks like spaghetti on the side there.
Yeah,
with all the
that's why
loops.
it's so called. I bet they're going to introduce us to that concept later on. So we got about 7
Yeah, I
minutes
was gonna
left.
say, you probably shouldn't do the next one.
Well, I'll look and see what it is, but
Alright.
Fibonacci, really? 0 terminated sum. I haven't played Papers, Please, not on stream or at all, but I hear that's one of my great sins. I know some people who really, really like it. Leaving our educator employees on the job. What is a 0 terminated string? The inbox is filled with 0 terminated strings. What's that? Ask me, your boss. Add together all the numbers in each string. When you reach the end of a string marked by a 0, put your sum in the outbox. Reset and repeat for each string. Okay, so I add until I get to a 0, and then I start over. And do it again. I could see how to do that.
Yeah?
But I'm not going to bother right now because it's going to take way more than 6 minutes.
Very good.
So that was Human Resource Machine, ladies and gentlemen. Let me throw up the BRB for a few minutes and we'll get Metroid Prime turned on. We'll see you guys shortly.